Yow! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to our broadcast. I'm your host, eXtine. This is X Television, bringing things back. We got some RGLGG Open Highlander Grand Finals for you tonight. shinyCIA versus People Against Alarm Clocks. I am joined by the Godfather. How you doing, Godfather?
I'm doing great tonight, eXtine. I'm excited for this match. I think it's going to be a great one, and yeah, ready for some TF2.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it's going to be a best of three here tonight. So we're going to start off on Payload Vigil here, which is a fun map. I really enjoy it. Then we're going to be on to Ashville, and if we need it, Upward. So kind of to rewind this a little bit, these two teams, their top seeds coming into this, number one and number two in this league. I was looking at it earlier, and our boys over here on People Against Alarm Clocks only had one loss this season, and it was up against shinyCIA, who did end up 7-0. That matchup, though, was earlier in the season up on Swiftwater, so we're not going to see that here. How do you think the teams stack up on Vigil?
Having seen Locks play on Vigil, they're pretty comfortable for the first couple of pushes, and then when it gets to last, it seems like they might have a little bit more struggle. I actually had the opportunity to ring sniper for them during the first part of the pregame on Vigil, and I did like what I see. So, I'm liking this matchup on Vigil. A little bit worried about Ashville for Clocks, but yeah, I think Vigil's going to be a good map.
You want to run down the rosters that we have here?
Yeah, if I can pull them up, if you could start, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll switch back to my other scene. Over for Shiny, we got Cube on Scout. Max is going to be the soldier. Taco Cat is the pyro, while Flip on the demo man. NK, the heavy weapons guy, while Soap will be the engineer. SB379, the medic. Then Richie D on sniper, and Spooky Weebs going to be that spy.
Yeah, looking at Clocks, from what I see, it's going to be Joe on Scout, JS Maximus coming on Soldier, going to have Mad on Pyro, Bendy on Demo, Spider Jew playing Heavy, Mr. Dong playing NG, Smile going in on Medic, Raffy coming in on Sniper, and then Psycho, one of their leaders, on Spy. So, pretty good roster.
Yeah, definitely hyped about them. Let's run down the People Against Alarm Clocks. That's going to be Tyler as the scout. JS Maximus is their soldier. Mad is going to be their pyro. Then we got Bendy on the demo man. Spider Jew, heavy weapons guy, actually playing from the Portland area, so shout out to that. Then we got Raydong on the engineer, Smile on medic, Raffy on sniper, and Psycho the spy. Now, Sniper is definitely kind of like a clutch, matchup here in Highlander. How do you think that Richie D is going to match up here? He was also kind of a late add to the match.
I really haven't seen a lot out of him, but I have seen Raffy play, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm definitely going to be watching for that. It's going to depend on angles. There are a lot of really hard angles on this map, and really seeing who can find those picks, find those crucial moments to push in. It's going to be really interesting. I really can't say who's going to do better than here, though.
Okay. Well, is there any other matchups that you want to point out for a while and ramble while I try to buff your audio and get you a little bit more legible here?
If I'm a little quiet, then apologies, but I'm looking for the soldiers. From what I've heard about Shiny, it's going to be their flank and demo, really coming in, doing a lot of damage overall, and I'm looking at Jace. He's got to really hold down that soldier be soldier, going for those bombs. Yeah, I'm really looking for Jace to be a huge kind of anchor to the flank here, and yeah, I guess that's the matchup I'm looking at.
Okay, awesome. Well, and have figured out a bit better way to balance you out here, so we'll get you audible on the cast here for sure.
Sounds good. Let me know if I can do anything for that, because
No, I got you on my side. What do you see from the setup, though?
From the setup, I gotta actually head over. It looks like we're going to see a really aggressive hold out of Shiny, with that sentry up on cliff. Demo trapping in-house with just a scout in there. So pretty aggressive holds, definitely not what Clocks does, but we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, let me focus on camera work here too as we get underway here on this Vigil hold. And controlling the right-hand side is going to be pretty important here. As Clock moves up, looks like they are just going to be able to get out just fine right now.
Yeah, nice picks out early from the sniper on Shiny's part, as Clocks just makes it slow up here. Raffi finding one back though. So far pretty even, just going forward, and here comes the sentry spam. Demo doing his best to get that gun down, but it doesn't go down yet. Another attempt here, but he doesn't get it. Pretty slow start overall.
Yeah, you need to get a little bit of that side pressure to help get that gun down. Right now, the defensive team doing a good job of just kind of floating their soldier around. This is a nice point for, you know, being able to kind of get in there as the blue team kind of like exposes their neck a little bit more. Right now, Radong just trying to push that cart forward. He's going to get shut down here. And certainly shinyCIA are off to a nice start here. Oh, God.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like a great start to their defense. Psycho looking for a pick here. He does get I believe that was the medic that he gets, so great pick from Psycho. That's going to make this a pretty easy push, but they do need to get on cart as Shiny is starting to back out. Just a soldier remaining here, as well as the spy. So a pretty slow start, I think, but as long as they can secure this and push up this hill, they're going to have to crack a pretty tough Shiny defense, though.
Yeah, that's pretty manageable first point. I mean, first point, you know, most of these payload maps is just designed to not be able to be held all that long. Really kind of what I find to be the kind of key point of this next push is that connector on the side. I'm just kind of looking down the cart rails, but you'll see it on the far end of that tunnel. They are going to use the Ubercharge up top, this point kind of reminiscent of that second point of upward, controlling the hill. You get good work with that pyro and soldier bombing around as well. Good job getting that demo man down. So actually Shiny having a lot of trouble here establishing themselves on this second point.
Yeah, Spy going in for Shiny, but he doesn't find anything on cart. I really liked what I saw there. A lot of coordination coming in. Soldier jumping in at the right times, targeting the right things. The gun went down at the perfect timing, and it just looks like Clocks are going to roll through here. They're going to get back onto tracks as Shiny struggles to get a gun up early. Just a level 1 for now, so this is really Clocks' opportunity to capitalize on some ground that they made. Soldier coming in from the bottom, doesn't find anything, but definitely a distraction. And it looks like Psycho's going to go for a pick here. If he can get one, he's going in on the med. Does not find it, gets kind of off by the pyro.
And Raffi got a nice little 2K there. Continuing to work forward here as the pressure on the cart just coming in here. The Sentry Gun's still level 2 here. Actually, the defense is kind of holding here, but the cart just continues to get pushed here. Ring Dong will get on there, doesn't quite get the cap, but gets it up the hill.
That spy play was great, stopping the cart at the last second. It's going to be Psycho's opportunity now, going in for the cap, but he does get caught out. He's going to live. That was a great recovery by Shiny. The one thing I can say is that they really need to stop that cart earlier because they let it get way too far with such a good hold.
Yeah, for sure. Right now, the Ubercharge coming in here. Soldier trying to bomb in as well. Psycho did get a stab. That just was on the enemy spy here. Sentry gun will get abandoned. So good pressure coming in here. Let me see here.
Yeah, they push in well, but they're unable to follow up as their players kind of trickle in. But they do get that cap, getting that time back on to the clock, and it looks like they're going to push in over on hill here. Raffi watching that sight line as best he can as the cart slowly moves forward. Would like to see ×3 there, but now no one on cart actually. Heavy having to go back for it. So Clocks really needs to watch that. ×3 on cart always, especially in a Grand Finals match.
Yeah, I super stress that as well anytime I'm playing payload. But at the same time, you know, they have gotten a really great start here, so they just kind of need to make sure that they're also taking that other territory, rotating the right players. Right here, as a Shiny new player, the spy gets taken down. Really, the key here is to control the flank, make sure that you can get some wide pressure as you're pushing in here. Right now, just a lot of pressure right up the gut here from Clock.
playing with them earlier, that being Clocks, they did struggle to push in on this last point. The flank was getting all over me. I was ringing sniper, so I'm looking for flank control out of Clocks. Uber comes in here. This is going to be a great push if they can get that gun down. They do get the gun. Uber exchange as the cart keeps moving. Spy on cart. Looks like Med got a saw there. He did, but he goes down. Unfortunate push there.
Yeah, they have kind of disrupted things, though, as much as they can. With the sentry gun and the engineer nest, the dispenser completely taken out. Engineer respawning now, and Spider G, the heavy weapons guy, trying to push forward here. Cart has made some good progress. And we'll see what maybe if JS Maximus can open things up on the side. Again, he gets the scout kill there. Pushing forward here on the soldier as well. Nice exchange from him.
Great job by JS there. JS definitely one of the anchors. It looks like Scout's edging point, but he does get taken out by that gun, which is now up and ready, being wrangled. So a little bit of feeding for Cart here. Spy's coming in for this heavy, but he's going to get caught.
The blue spy, though, does get the engineer. The sentry gun, just level 1, will get taken out as well.
Oh, great play there by...
Oh, Kritzkrieg coming in here. Oh, look at it. Oh, he gets a few stickies off. Not enough, though. He goes down the overcharge in response. Smealy getting away, though, if he can. Then this is the perfect play with the Kritzkrieg.
That was a great idea. I really love that. I did see them run that earlier, but they weren't really able to get anything earlier as well. But it's a great thing to try. I would advise a little bit more pressure here. A nice shot by Raffi. He's definitely opening up some things from Big Door. Just slow and steady here for Clocks. Made all this progress.
Oh, Bendy goes down again. And they try to get the cart up the ramp. They're so close to just getting it up this ramp, which is another kind of small, important step here. They're bleeding players. Smealy's going to have 80% here, but I think they're not playing this right. I think the timing is off.
And they are still on crits.
Well, yeah, they're about to get it. I guess they have made up the difference here. Oh, no, they mess it up again. So unfortunate there.
Play. Flip going huge there. I think that was maybe a 4K. Definitely in on a huge play there. Oh, dang. Well,
yeah.
Now time to reset here for Clocks.
Max with the banner out, the Conqueror. Not maybe the preferred banner when you're on defense. I really like that battalion's backup, but the heal, the speed, they're going to try to push forward around the corner, use that. Flip getting another kind of sticky kill there on Bendy. And they're just doing a great job controlling the outside as well. And the really important thing with that crits play, you know, it's an extended play that comes in 2 phases. And the first phase, yeah, they didn't get the medic, but they caused a lot of damage, and then they're able to back out. The way the charges work, it provides a great opportunity to then come in with that second charge. But now they've had to just stand back and build this other charge. There's a lot of missed time. They lose their heavy, they lose their soldier, lose the pyro. They have to back out of what is called Red
Spy's
Room.
coming down this med.
Oh, Smealy very low. There's a bottle there. He didn't pick it up, though. 13 health and does not get pistoled down. Gets away. Still running.
Very, very lucky there. And now with 5.5 minutes left on this clock, again, Clocks is looking like they're struggling to push into last year. It's something they were concerned about. Now looking to push into this flank in Red Room.
Yeah, again, that crits was great play, great opportunity, but just didn't come in. Here comes the overcharge, though. JS gets reflect air shotted. Oh, they're trying to push the cart here.
They need to push this cart. They need to push this cart. It's such a huge point.
Oh.
Psycho's trying to get some picks from behind. He does look like he's going to get out with his cloak, but so close there, getting it up the hill. But they lose so many players doing it. Looks like Shiny's going to be able to reset in a moment here.
Yeah, and again, it's just that whole thing with that ramp in front of the point. You know, if they can just get it up there, then that's an achievement for even a failed push. But just they've gotten denied that. And right now, they're starting to create a little bit more pressure on the flank here. We're seeing some players kind of stretch out, which is really good. JS, though, does trade with Max on the side, but that's not quite enough.
See the trap. See the trap. Don't die to that trap. What I do like from Clocks right now is they're trying a lot of different things. One thing isn't working, they might try it again.
Nice double stab.
But they're trying new things. They went from tracks. They tried tracks with crits twice. They went Red Room. Now they're trying flank, but They need to find an opening somewhere, and they really need to capitalize it with only 4 minutes left on the clock and counting it down.
The spy kind of getting exposed by his scout running by. I thought he was going to have a good attempt, though, on the medic here. Uber charge, yeah, is out. They're pushing.
They need to get this up the hill. Up the hill. Uber fades for clocks early. Oh.
Yeah, the pyro comes in. The scout gets on the point now. And then the spy
nice
coming through.
There.
Yeah, Psycho got a 3K there.
If Psycho can live here, he has a shot to take out the energy or the med. Both would be very valuable picks at this point. Or the sniper as well, as he is a nice sightline.
Psycho coming out again.
Oh, here he goes.
Yeah, nice.
He gets the sap, but he's going to get out.
And the pyro. He's going to loop him back in. Man,
Psycho's looking for the stab on the med. Oh, a nice shot there by the sniper.
Oh, at the same time, Richie D on a big 5K. And a new player was just going nuts there as well.
Yeah, Rafi needs to find some space to take out this sniper, win the SBS, open up some space for his team. But right now, as the clock is winding down again, looks like they're going to have time for 2, maybe 3 pushes if they're lucky, but they really need to capitalize, and they really need to take this point here.
Yeah, and certainly, I mean, while the beginning of this round was fast for him, if you don't get that last point, it really makes it tough going into the next one, the second half of this set.
Exactly. And it's Richie D, I believe, the sniper. He did have a nice sightline, and he gets Rafi again on the 6K now. He needs to be countered. Maybe going to send Psycho in for him later. NG on cart here, almost getting it up the hill. They do get it up. They might be able to cap for free here if they're lucky. Oh,
yeah,
just stopped at the end.
Good push in by a lot of players.
Psycho's going for the spike cap. Oh, he gets taken out by Richie G, now on an 8K. Again, not being countered at all. Rafi needs to work on this, and he gets the arrow on the side as well. Oh, he gets the med! Oh, you gotta watch your angles, Melee. Oh.
Yeah, they're just getting crushed here by Richie D, new player. Really having problems here. Chase Maximus going to get stabbed in the back here. Bendy's trying to push forward here. Psycho trying to go for the capture. Oh, he does!
He gets it!
Wow.
That was amazing. With 1:19 left on the clock, that's a 12:04 push for all 4 points, but it was a very fast 3. So we're going to have to see how they hold this. From what I've seen, Clocks goes for a much more passive hold on first, ready to bring the gun out. And then if Rafi can really hold that angle on second, maybe get a pick or 2 on first. That's what I'm looking for out of Clocks. They really need to capitalize on their good time in the beginning and see if they're able to hold off, really win this map.
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to come down to a solid end of hold at last. I think definitely, second, if they can establish themselves, that'll give them a lot of confidence and just a little bit more space. That's kind of the disheartening thing of that first attempt by them, is that they just had so much time pushing last. It seemed like they were going to get, like a 5.5 minute time or something, even with the things not going, completely perfect for them. But see what Richie.
Yeah, we see some crit traps early here. They mostly going to get caught out. Richie does go down to Rafi early, which is great, but all these crit traps are being found. So great idea from Bendy, but does not get anything with them, and it looks like shiny's going to lose a few in the beginning Jace on a 2K. So a pretty solid start for this defense, taking out the flank, but it all comes down to how the combos push this cart.
Yeah, and they're getting the time, which matters right now. See if Psycho or Jay can get in to disrupt things.
Rafi does go down, so no sniper for Clocks here. Opening up that sightline for Richie D. You can't be peeking this gun now. Or you can't be peeking past the gun. The gun does get pulled out early. And it looks like Clocks are going to be out a pretty easy and clean first push, but second is where they are going to try to lock it down.
Yeah, they have that level 3 sentry gun up. Again, we'll see if they hold down that kind of right-hand side of that connector, stop players kind of from creeping up to help out with the push over the top.
Spider Jew on heavy on this roof. He's going to maybe be looking to stop the cart and he does. It looks like Combo's going to push through side tunnel here, which is not a conventional push. And Raffi does go down again, taking out that sniper again. Oh no, did they get the med there? No, he gets
got
forced.
flipped. Yeah. They have the Uber charge. Uber charge just getting shoved into the corner here, though, and all the way back down the tunnel. Pyro is pushing into the medic, but no, I think that Melee is going to be fine.
He's lucky to live there, just a few more ticks of damage, and he would have gone down, but the car is being pushed. Jay is going in for the save here. He's going to get the NG, and he's got a shot at the med.
Yeah, good delay, good delay.
Yeah, again, payload is about getting time on that clock, or if you're on defense, or getting time off that clock, and if you're on defense, keeping as much on it. So let's see Jace going and playing the payload, you know?
Yeah, Psycho sees a rotation. He's coming in, misses the medic, gets the heavy, though.
He goes down, though.
Nice push in by Max. Big bomb over the top. Got Raydong. There's not going to be an NG or a sentry gun here. Well, actually, I said no sentry, but the level 1 is up. Takes a few shots off. Flip getting killed by Raffi. That's a nice shot. He almost gets Richie D there.
Yep. I liked Melee there. He was passive. He backed out at the right time. He would have gone down there. Looks like he's going to lose his heavy, so it's just him and the gun as players come in, trying to keep his sniper alive. As Scout is on cart, going to get contested, but there goes the Scout. Oh, nice stab there by Psycho, protecting the payload. And it looks like a flank play here as the Uber comes out for Shiny, and they're going to force Clocks all the way out. They're going to try to get out through their spawn, and it looks like they will. So another very fast cap, no delays on the part of Shiny, and we have a 9-minute last hold coming in. This is going to be really tough for Clocks, but you know, they might be able to do it. They just gotta play tight, not overextend, and they gotta watch their sight lines.
Yeah, anything's possible in the world of Highlander. I feel like this last point, you know, a lot of your team just kind of needs to stay in that pocket and just play solid TF2. But then it comes down to your other teammates and what sort of pressure you're able to get on the cliff side, on the outside, and how that would end up factoring into all of the regular pushes as well. So we have the soldier battle on the side here. Conqueror
really
out, that helps out.
A really passive gun from Clocks here. It's not going to be able to watch the cart, and the cart's just going to get capped here if they don't do anything about it. Nice bomb in from JS, but he's going to go down, and the Uber comes out from both sides, and the Pyro's just going to be able to cap this if Clocks aren't careful. A lot of air blasting around the cart.
Yeah.
That's a cap. So Shiny able to hold off that last point for a while on defense, and then just a really clean push. Now we go into just a DM fest.
Yeah, I mean, that was a strong finish from him. I mean, I agree that Sentry Gun was like a little bit too far back. You know, like just didn't really have that same effect. I think what I said as well is like, I just think that corner, you know, is really strong to hide out in that corner. And again, you know, it seemed like that the soldier was able to just Max was just kind of able to get in there real early and do a lot of work from the side. So, you know, like, again, like you can't get that early stop on things. Like everything else about that, you know, defensive hold, like it wasn't bad. It was about even. I don't know. In some ways, it definitely did feel like a little bit less confident, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. After being stuffed time and time again on that last point, it's definitely a bit of a heartbreaker. They did finally get it, which is definitely a consolation prize, but having to go up against an 8-minute last, or was it 9 minutes? A 9-minute last hold, that's just disheartening to look at the clock and see 9 minutes on it.
Yeah. Quick shout outs though. I believe we are playing 3 rounds here, correct? So we're just going to
so, yes.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for the next round here. But a couple quick shout outs. Shout out to this rock floating out here in Vigil. Yeah, Psycho wanted me to give a shout out to the rock. That is a pretty funny, like lonely rock.
I can give some context to that joke if you like.
Yeah, sure.
So, as I mentioned last week, I was casting a match of clocks, and I was my cameraman and co-caster was Lasky, or Flamaski as he's sometimes known, and he has a very relaxed approach to casting, if you will, and decided on last to just go and point the camera at that rock for a solid couple minutes. So then watching back, Clocks watch through the VOD and immediately fixated on that as a meme. So yeah, they love that Vigil rock.
That's pretty good. I like that.
You can see their profile pictures. Almost everybody but Rafi has the rock as their profile picture right now. Yeah.
Excellent. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Really is.
Soap on Shiny also wanted me to give a shout out to his new niece, so that's exciting. I guess on that note as well, shout out to Phoenix Red, who put on that lockdown throwdown event over in Europe.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I was able to watch a little bit of that. It was really exciting to watch.
Yeah, there was actually also a new baby in the family of the organizers for that event, and I felt bad because I was pestering Mia for news, and then they announced the birth, and I was like, oh man, I'm an asshole. I've been pestering her for like weeks and months about what's going on? What, am I gonna cast? What's going on? But it turned out really awesome. I mean, obviously the RGL Sixes land didn't happen either, but otherwise, it is a pretty exciting time for TF2. Valve, the situation with Valve is still what it is, but at the same time, 5-6 years ago, they wanted to see the community take more control of the game, and the community is in some ways starting to do that, like with RGLGG, creators.tf, and potato.tf. So just exciting stuff continues to go on for the game.
Yeah, really, it's just a good time to be playing TF2. Everyone's going to be stuck at home a lot over the next couple weeks, maybe months, and play TF2, watch TF2. This is a game we've all known and loved for a really long time, and it's up to us to keep it that way. And everything we can do, is a good thing to do.
Yeah.
Also, RGL running a great league. Gotta shout them out again. Also, creator of this map, Theater Tech.
Oh yeah.
What's his name? This is a wonderful map.
Yeah.
And a lot of work has been put into it. He's done a great job working with the league to update this map. I mean, it's on version 7 right now. It just goes to show dedication. So shout out to him. I personally love this map. Also, there are some ducks on it. I don't know if you want to do a duck search.
I haven't seen the ducks. Quick shout out to Flip's mom. He wanted me to shout her out. So definitely shout out to Flip's mom. Thanks for supporting your kid. But I love this map as well. And since we're kind of slow here, I'll give a selfish shout out. But I did some highlights of a Vigil scrim, and I love this map as well. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a good addition. I won't trash other maps while I talk up this map, but it's good to have it in the Highlander rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to keep the rotation fresh, in my opinion, and this is definitely a fresh map. I mean, I think the first release I saw was a year ago, maybe even less. And this is second or third season that it's been played, and I have loved every moment on it. A little bit of long downtime here. Don't know what's up with that, but hopefully we'll be getting going soon. Don't want to have a 3.5-hour Highlander Grand Finals match, but that is a possibility.
Welcome to the world of TF2, right?
Yep.
That is how it could go. Yeah, but we are just taking a facilities break, as it were. But should be getting going shortly here. And shinyCIA taking that first map. Well played to them. First round of this first map.
Yeah.
First half is what I meant to say there.
Half, yes. Yeah. TF2, where you can have 3 halves.
Yeah.
Math works.
Yeah, well, it's always an awkward one of as a caster when you're first getting rolling and you're there's 3 sets. Do I say sets? Do I say rounds? I like to say half of a set and sets, I guess. I don't know.
You go back and forth. It makes sense if you think about it. But I was mentoring a team once, and there was someone. It was a really low open team, and they had never played. Oh, it looks like we're getting ready. To play, but they could not figure out 3 halves. They wanted to call it thirds, which was really funny to me.
Oh, I mean, I could see that. I could see that.
It makes sense.
You know?
Like, you win 2/3 of the games, or of the you win 2/3 of the halves,
Yeah.
if you will. But that's just not what the community's gone with. Anyway, so we're going to see Clocks on defense now, and again coming out with the crits stickies. Didn't get anything with it last time, but props for the devotion.
It's the move. It's the move. You know?
I agree with it personally. What I would like to see is I don't know if we'll see any pushes through house, but trapping house. I was on a team with Lazy Purple a season or 2 ago, and he was on demo getting footage for his series, and he would love to trap house.
Yeah.
So that's my personal favorite. Anyway, we're gonna see another passive sentry, similar setup. Rafi playing a little forward and flank in house with the heavy actually. On Tomislav, so a bit sneaky there from Spider 2.
Yeah, I like that positioning. It's aggressive, but you don't have too much to lose here. I think this, first.
Oh, that was you dead. You gotta debt that.
Yeah.
Oh. Blue walked right out under that. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, Bendy should have gone and clicked that right mouse button. Chase Maximus goes down, as is the scout. So Clock's dropping some flies early here. As Spider G does back out, not getting a lot on that heavy aggressive play, and the gun is getting pulled. So the cart not even around the first corner, and Clock's already backing out a little bit here. Gun getting set up for a second.
Excuse me.
No worries. I can comment on Shiny pushing over hill, aggressive here. First hasn't even been capped, but Shiny already over hill. Red NG and Sniper are down, as well as their Pyro, and Ubers have not been used here. So first going to finally get pushed and capped. Scout looking for something cheeky, and it looks like Combo is going to go in through tunnels again. They might be rotating here, but you can't really tell at this point.
Yes.
But some traps on side tunnel. Might get seen, might not.
Yeah,
Pretty quick push. Oh, the gun goes down.
Pretty good positioning here from Clock this time, being a little bit more aggressive at the front of the tunnel. See if Rafi can get a nice snipe here.
Goes Psycho going for the pick on the soldier. He misses the stab and dies for it, but he gets the trade, I suppose.
Oh.
Yeah,
nice snipe by Richie D.
Down. That was a great peek. Walks right over the hill.
Yeah.
Uber comes out for blue. And exchange from Clocks. Gun is level 2, so not a lot out of that exchange, but Shiny is full up, and 2 more spawners coming in soon for Clocks, as Med is getting knocked around a bit. Pretty aggressive push here, but not getting as much ground. Oh, and there goes the sniper. Max getting in on Rafi.
It's a good hold. They're still really trying to stick with this hold. Smile's going to get... Oh, no! Barely dodges that rocket from Max. Still in a lot of danger, but the demo is getting back.
I didn't see Blue's Med go down, but he did before SB379. I'm going to call him SB. He did go down, so it's going to be an Uber advantage for Clocks here. So they need to capitalize on that and really hold this point well, because 2-11 for the first 2 points is not a time you want to see, especially after last rounds. They're gone passive again, going to take a lot of damage and go down. Cart not even around the bend, and Shiny already pushing this aggressively.
Oh no!
Oh, that's almost a full wipe as Bendy is going to get out through spawn.
Yeah.
Again, Cart not even around the corner. They're all the way out. That is rough.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was super painful. To just sees a player out of the corner of his eyes, flicks the beam over to him, and then turns his back. Oh, as Rafi gets the snipe on the medic.
Nice
brutal shot there.
Yeah, gotta get that Uber advantage, especially on defense. You can't afford to be losing any time. As that soldier gets stuffed, Max going for a fancy jump, but the Rain Dog sentry focuses him down. Mini sentry in tunnel there. Soap goes down. Nice shot by Rafi. But slow and steady is the way here for Shiny. If they can just push in here, getting nice and clean. An aggressive gun this time, up on boxes, learning from his mistakes. Nice adjustment there by Raindog.
Psycho right behind the combo here. Going for the decloak. Does get the stab on the heavy weapons guy. Nice done.
Nice.
Nicely done in tight quarters.
Yes, love to see it from Psycho. A leader of the team, and often comes in with some really nice picks. But we're going to see... Oh, the scout goes down. Another nice shot from Rafi. Hitting a lot of these now, as it is it's crucial times here. Really need to stop that cart being pushed. Pyro walks up, but then doesn't kill Soap.
New player hiding underneath the gun platform there. We'll get taken out. I like the gun on top of the boxes. That's a nice spot for it.
Yeah, here comes the Uber. Uber comes out from blue, forces red. They should have saved that gun. Oh, the Pyro's going to stuff him into spawn! Oh, no! Flank is able to get here on cart, and they do take out the med. Max coming in, trying to get the soldier, and he does. But the cart is going to get pushed if Pyro doesn't get onto this. Oh, he's taken out with the spy. Psycho, you can do this.
Oh, the medic flying towards him, but gonna get stopped. Under 5 minutes, 4:57.
That's a brutal time to push.
Yeah, definitely. Well played by him. And it seemed like things were, again, you know, on the cusp of going okay. And then it just sort of like started slipping away. You know, like they sort of got established on second. And then the push came in over the hill. The snipes came in. Same thing with third, you know, I don't know, third maybe not that long, but third looked like it was going to be set, and then the spy coming in, getting the stab, all this damage. Last, you know, still just kind of shaky. Hopefully they can get the offense rolling here, but might just need to start thinking about ahead to the next map.
Yeah, and the next map, I believe, is Ashville, which is unfortunate. Unfortunately, a map that Clocks isn't too sure of, or sure about themselves on. So this is really make or break it. They gotta they gotta push in under 5 minutes. Which, to be fair, they got through 3 very quickly. Yeah. They just need to get a clean 4th push.
Yeah.
Really annihilate this defense, as we see another aggressive sentry placement from Shiny. They are not taking anything. They're just going to all hold up on cliff, an old meta from past seasons.
Yeah, slow play from them, but
the nice stab there gets the heavy, and also Spy is down. Here comes Psycho. He's looking for the med. Pyro's not really looking for him.
Wow, great
Oh,
decloak.
he's gonna get the soldier though.
Oh, in the demo.
Oh, Psycho going huge there. We need to see ×3 on cart from Clocks though, as they only have 4 minutes left on the clock here. Or just about 4 minutes. Gun is gonna get pulled out. Psycho going for a stab on this Engie. If he's able to get it, he's gonna gun him down.
Oh, you creators.
Nice, Psycho. That was beautiful. Psycho is probably gonna get caught out here by the Pyro, and he's gonna go down, but no gun. As first comes in a pretty good time here. You can see Spider Jew running the Huan meter.
I was going to comment on that. Not the most common.
Not the most common at all, but trying anything. Oh, Spy's going to come in, and he's going to go down to the Huan heater, not to the flames. But good job, Spider Jew, really looking out for that Spy. Don't want any stabs.
Yeah.
Soldier getting a good angle here.
Yeah, and that's definitely...
Spider Jew.
Yeah, you got to control that side tunnel, and it goes both to being able to offer offensive pressure through there, but just also the flank coming in from the side can be so dangerous to your team.
Absolutely. It's going to be a scout v scout on card here,
he
but...
gets it, though.
Yeah. So... Clocks really doesn't have this time to lose, but they are regrouping. Oh, Spider Jew goes down. Oh, Psycho trying to get out, but... Oh, did he get the med there? I think Psycho just got the med. That was huge. I didn't even see that.
With the big earner crit, it says.
That was beautiful. But no presence on cart with just 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. At some point soon, it is not going to be a pushable time. That gun, very aggressive, watching cart.
Yeah, Soap's in a great spot there. That forward shed spot for that sentry gun is pretty solid.
Oh, the bomb comes in.
Yeah, Spider Jew takes
and
it
demo
out.
now on cart. Oh, God.
Yeah, flip.
Shiny is just walking over Clocks here.
Oh, no. Yeah, Max doing a lot of work. I think once you see the logs, Max, you're going to see that he's been really devastating on the soldier.
Absolutely. Winning that soldier be soldier. A lot of times you can just see Spy waiting for someone to touch cart.
Bendy's stuck in the trap down there. Max will end up cleaning that up. That kind of enables a flip to get away there. Max still going to be fragging down in the tunnels here. As Spider Jew trying to push forward with his engineer and teammates.
And looking for the Spy here. They do see him, but he doesn't die. A minute 45 to push through. It's going to be a very tough time to beat.
A level 2 has come up again. There's another stab on Spider Jew. Spy just jumping on him for flare as well.
Yeah, this is really tough right now. I don't know if it is pushable. I think once you get down to a minute, it becomes impossible. So they really do need to push cart and just focus ×3 cart all the time if they want any shot.
Yeah, I mean, they would love to get this next capture here, but a minute 10 on the clock, one way or the other. Oh, and they're getting stuffed here. Just throwing players in. Now they're dying in tunnels, completely wrecked. They have a teleporter that's about their biggest asset right now. Yeah, Psycho! No.
Oh. Gaming Cube is on a 9K. Did not realize that, but on the scout, that is an impressive streak. And then flip on an 8K. Did Demo
Shiny
a parachute?
Demo just launched Bendy over the cliff. SB, sorry. Bendy just launched the medic SB over the cliff.
That was
we just
amazing.
Barely saw that on camera.
I wasn't able to catch that.
But again, it's very small consolation here because they haven't been able to capture the cart here.
Well, they did get it eventually.
Oh, they did there. Okay, I was to say, even if they hadn't, they were just about to. And soldier bombing across though. Max bringing some pressure again here.
And time runs out. They're all just gonna sit on point here. They do get they do get a lot of ground at the end, but unable to clean it up. So that's going to be 1-0 in this best of 3 series in favor of Shiny as we're moving on to Ashville now. What do you have to say about that? That was a lot of DM in my opinion.
Yeah, that was tough, and I mean that was one aspect of this match that I think we just barely scratched the surface of it, but discussing how shinyCIA is a bit more of a sixes background team. Of course, this is Open Highlander division, so either way, if they have sixes background, it's going to be Open sixes background. But still, traditionally, that means that there's like a focus on MGE, there's a focus on deathmatch, there's a focus on the scout and the soldier positions. And if it's a team that are based around players that kind of have that focus, then that's where you're going to see a little bit of an edge in just kind of overall numbers, overall productivity, and it was just seemed a little bit easier for them when they came into pushes. They didn't get slowed down as much. Also as well, I mean Sniper is a Highlander pick class, but I mean it just ties into that hit scan. Spy, not necessarily a sixes class almost whatsoever. Definitely a Highlander class, but their spy player was just playing off the charts. Spooky Weebs, he was tagged up differently in game. I'm going to try to track down the logs here, which I'll just, our viewers at home will just have to read along here as I'm not set up to display. But this way as well, I can share both sets with you guys. There's the second
If you're able
set.
to send them my way, that would be fantastic, so I can get a good look at them as well.
There's the second set. And
thank you, sir.
The first set.
Alright, so looking at the first half, gonna be a lot of damage on the side of Shine. Although Psycho did end up top damaging just by 1. But then it's all Shiny after that, pretty much.
Yeah.
Looking at kills, Shiny again, top 3. It's going to be the Scout, Demo, and Soldier putting in work. Pretty much what I'd been told to expect, with the Flank and Demo being their strongest classes. So not much of a surprise there. Looking at med deaths, I will have to check up for the second log, but med deaths are pretty even. SB going down once more, actually, which is slightly surprising, but we will check the other logs.
Yeah, the first
what
half.
What are you looking at in these?
Yeah, first half definitely went well for SB. I mean, payload, the back and forth.
eXtine, you there?
Yeah. Question mark. Oh, whoops. Yeah, sorry. Somehow I think when I was typing or pasting, I hit my mute button. No, interesting stuff there. SB dying a few times in the first half. I mean, he was pretty solid there as med. I mean, that's definitely a big thing going both ways on payload. If you're on defense and you can kill the enemy medic, then that means that you're going to slow down their offense. And if you're on offense and you're killing the enemy medic, then that means you should be going pretty fast. If the other team's medic is just not dying, that means like on both sides of the coin, like it didn't go very well for you. I think
exactly.
that sums it up fairly well.
SB only dying 3 times on that second half.
Yeah.
One of them was just desperation at the end with that demo bomb.
Yeah, and sort of surprisingly, I mean, Psycho did great, but I thought New Player was doing a great job in that first half. But it seemed like he only got a few more frags than Psycho did. Was just kind of all over the place, though, when they were pushing last. Still, though, I guess, what my last point about, sixes / Highlander or whatever is like you'd have almost expected more strategies, more advantages in the strategy front from the team that's been focused on the Highlander side of Team Fortress. But at the same time, it's still like the open level. So, as these players get more experience with Highlander, then they're going to be better at executing those plays. And that's where like that crits Krieg push, that could have won them the first set, because even if that had gone right and then they still had the same hold that they did afterwards, which was 5-12, which wasn't really that fast. But honestly, like if that crits Krieg push had happened properly, they would have been really close to 5 minutes.
I agree.
But it just kind of, and it wasn't necessarily even just the first push in with the Crits Krieg, but it's just that they had like it's fine, like it's off a clock, so it's fine to be like, okay, we're gonna use Crits Krieg, they're gonna Uber, they're gonna be fine, we'll build Crits Krieg again, and then we'll push, and then we'll win. You can use that time, but unfortunately, like they just were a little out of sync, didn't have the other players in the right position to support them, and then they just pushed the demo alone, and it was just too easy for him to get focused rounding that corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned earlier I did appreciate that Hawks were trying a bunch of different things, rotating around on that last push. They did finally get it, but it just took too long, as we saw. Then unable to hold it. And now we're approaching Ashville, which is, of course, a much more DM-heavy map, as are all King of the Hill maps. I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm going to excuse myself to use the facilities myself.
Oh, no worries.
So I will be back in just a moment.
Yeah, that happens. And while he's gone, shout out to you guys for joining us tonight here. We have a great crew here watching us. And we're about to have our second match underway here. Apologies for missing the very, very beginning snippet of that first map. I'll just switch over here so that we don't miss anything. But yeah, there was some insane DPM from Flip on that first map. And I think that's the thing here, that once we get into Ashville, that death match of a Shiny is going to be pretty strong. And if Clock weren't necessarily feeling, confident about this map in the first place, Koth is not easy, when it comes to, competitive TF2, and as you just climb up the ladder and get up against better and better teams. I have problems with Koth with my teams, and I just think that, if you're struggling, it can get even rougher, but we'll see if we can get to Upward. I think it would be awesome to see that for people who are against alarm clocks. Take this to a third map. But again, maybe their strategies will just hold it down on this map and, be able to put things everything in place that they need to get it done.
I am back. Just saw in chat. Looks like SB might be resetting his PC, so we might have a little bit more delay than expected. Again, you can't really start without your medic on such an important map and match in general. But obviously, I wasn't able to hear what you're talking about. But if you want to.
Just some general stuff about Ashville here, you know, and what Clock might have to do here. You prefer to push out of corner, or you know, is that like your standard, or do you think that team should take battlements more?
Well, I can give insight as to what Clocks will be doing. They have been mentioned by Flair, and I actually
nice.
Stopped in on one of their map reviews, and it was Asheville. I believe their strategy is going to be come out through Shutter and then rotate ramp immediately. So they are not a big fan of battlements, and from what I've heard about Shiny, maybe not on the initial push, but they do love to send their combo through under. And so how Clocks is able to send the heavy and just the entire combo is what I've heard. And how Clocks is able to respond to that is going to be very important for their ability to win this match, because such a powerful flank, if they're not ready, if they're not prepared, is going to be kind of game changing. But in terms of personally, I too am a fan of Shutter to ramp. It's just a solid start. You can see the enemy Shutter, you can see the enemy ramp, and you get your combo kind of situated early on, playing roof. Yeah, it's a good map. This is the updated version of this map, so I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is no builds on the inside of Shutter, which was previously a really strong sentry spot. So that has been taken out here on this version of the map. You can see the yellow and black tape designating that spot. I'm not sure if there are any other spots that have had this happen, but we're now going to be seeing engineers putting those minis either on roof or on just on point, kind of on grass in the yard, or even going for the understrat, just having kind of an engineer gremlin down below, kind of trying to counter any push, or at least give warning before it happens so your combo can rotate.
The aggressive engineer, I think, is one of my favorite parts of both, I guess, Highlander overall, as well as this map in particular.
Yeah, absolutely. The gunslinger just opens up such a unique playstyle and shift from what engineer used to be and really is on payload maps, or on payload defense at least, turning him from this sedentary defensive support player into an offensive damage dealing but still support player. So it's an interesting dynamic of the class. I think it's going to be interesting to see how both teams rotate. Again, I keep coming back to seeing how Clocks rotated at the end of that first push there, but seeing how Combo is able to rotate, from ramp, going back inside, going up to bats, dropping down, going under. The majority of the time I've had on this map is through RGL Pugs. Shout out RGL Pugs. I believe they're being hosted on engineer.tf servers right now, so also shout out engineer.tf, a great place for competitive engineering. So those are my two shout outs for now. But yeah, the rotations is really what can win this map, as well as the DM. Yeah, I don't know about your experience on the map, but what are your just general opinions? Do you like this map? Do you despise it?
Well, I guess to preface the conversation, Koth is not my favorite part of Team Fortress. I prefer payload. I prefer 5CP. Koth's all right. It's not the worst thing. And then when it kind of comes to that, sorry, I just saw a note. But when it comes to Koth, I think that this map is pretty good, pretty solid. You know, it does the job of what it needs to do. It offers some flexibility. Sometimes it doesn't feel like that there's quite enough side-to-side mobility, I guess, for my preference. But there's ways to kind of get.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know
sorry.
if your mic cut there
Yeah.
at the end or not.
No, yeah. Again, I was typing something with my keyboard, and
No worries.
anyways, somebody suggested I fix my text, and I did, but I guess I forgot that it's also my mute toggle button.
No worries, no worries.
But yeah, I think this map is kind of fun. I mean, it just like feels like it clogs down. I guess that's where like it gets kind of frustrating. I like Clear Cut. I like Arctic. This map.
Clear Cut's a great map.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that.
You know, but this map is still pretty fun. It's just there's sniper dominance for sure. Soldier battles. Soldier, it's pretty fun because it's all about fighting on the roof and controlling the roof. I was watching, I believe it was some European Highlander. It was actually the Premiership qualifying Highlander matches, and it was on this, and it was cool to see one of the teams just being really simultaneously aggressively bombing with their demo man and their soldier when they were at an ubercharged disad. So there's a lot of like aggressive plays that you can make that are just based off the mechanics of Koth on this map. It's a solid map. It provides great games.
It does. I appreciate it. It's a bit of a mix-up from your traditional like viaduct or product, depending on how old school you are, really. But yeah, I'm glad we're not. We do have some flexibility in the rotation. This being one of those maps. And yeah, I agree. Seeing those soldier and demo bombs, they can be super powerful. That coordination, calling your spy in for a pick. And it looks like we're going to get started here. Again, if Shiny is able to win this map, they win Grand Finals of Open. So all is on the line for Clocks.
Yeah, they really do need to bring it back for a third map here. Hopefully they can get off onto the right foot in this first mid-fight, this first round. Shiny taking that ramp corner side just right away while we see that shutter to ramp shift rotation from Clock. JS Maximus, the first player down.
Oh, nice bomb and reflect in there. That was nice to see. And Psycho gets a couple picks early, as do the rest of the team. So I did like to see Bendy was fast, but he trapped Shutter and not ramp, which I think was a recommendation of Flare, their mentor. But looks like it's going to go in favor of Clocks here, which is great to see. Again, team wasn't too sure of themselves on this map, but taking early control and dominance is going to be helpful for the morale, especially after, kind of disheartening loss on that first map.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to get in here, trying to establish some stuff, but they don't have control of the point. That's in the hands of Clock.
Looks like we're going to see some battlements push onto point, which is a pretty common push at lower levels. And they're just going to walk onto point and knock. Oh,
wow,
no.
Nice bomb in from Max.
Max, that is massive. And then new player taking out that telly. Very important to delay the push, but he's going to go down. That was a huge bomb in from Max. One of the weaker parts of that ramp hold is a soldier can just walk in, so your pyro and heavy really have to be watching the skies, as well as spy coming in around the corner.
Smile got taken out there.
Oh god!
By Extend GameCube. He was going for a saw, but Extend GameCube ended him with just the perfect scattergun damage that he needed.
Yeah, so that's going to give Shiny's going to have full ad. With control of point. It looks like Clocks is looking to push off of Bats. Repeat of what Shiny did, but again with only 11% Uber at full disad, that is going to be tough. And Bendy goes down, and Spy going for the med, but unable to get him. Good heads up awareness there by Smile.
Yeah, Raffy getting the kill on Richie D. He did get the one pick on the demo man. Flip getting some of his grenades reflected by the pyro. And they're just in corner with the charge. So Clock's going to have to disrupt that.
Also, Shiny with a level 3 on-ramp. Not something you traditionally see versus the Battlements mini-century. But edging point here, the Uber does come out. And it looks like Red is going to be backed out. Getting out through under. Oh, the Psycho's going in on the heavy. He almost gets the demo. He's going for the med. He's going to try to gun him down, but does get piped. But a nice stab there and a good attempt as well. Looks like it's going to be Richie D playing on ramp, looking for anybody he can on the opposite ramp. Oh, and combo's on point again. Uber comes out from Clocks, but they just ignore the demo. Bendy, a little bit of a slip there as he lets the opposing demo just live. But they do capture the point and take out the med. I did not see that happen.
Yeah,
so it's going to be a little bit of an ad.
He's on crits though, so.
Ooh,
actually...
again, love the deviation. They're going to. Looks like it's going to be a lot of bats to point action so far in this match. Looking for another push. They edged point a little bit, but 2 minutes left on the clock for Clocks. Just 60 seconds for Shiny. So Clocks really got to make the most of their hold here.
It's one of those things, though, that you got to be healing the right players because somehow crits versus Uber, and they're charging just the same. Smealy is just about to get it here. Well, SB is, I guess he's sneaked out just a little bit of a lead on it.
Oh, here's the bomb. Max coming in. He's going to try for an early force or a pick if possible.
Oh, here comes the crits, though. Sticky coming in now. 93% on Smealy. He's got nobody to heal. 98%. Oh, he's taken out finally.
Smealy is running all the way back with 98%. Gets into spawn. A very lucky save, so they will have full ad to push this point. But again, 57 seconds left as the full combo comes up. They don't see that spy, of course. Who's going to go for an easy pick here? The Pyro is watching. Pyro's going to go for that heavy. Oh, you should have seen that. Nice job. New player going down, looking for that pick. Sniper is on point, taking out Rappy with a body shot. And here comes the Uber. Very quick Uber. The bomb comes in from JS, but he's reflected.
Yeah, Bendy forward a little bit as his team trying to capture this point. Shiny's getting aggressive. Here comes that crits again. The whole destruction.
Oh,
3 kills so far.
That's massive.
Soldier bombing over the top here. He will get SB.
Get it.
Yeah, it's some sort of consolation. But the capture was stopped. That's the most important part of that whole play.
And the gun's going to go on. Oh, no, they fed their men.
Yeah, desperation from Smealy. He didn't need to do that. It was desperate times, but he should have gotten back, gotten some heals out. Overtime coming in here. They have a lot of time on the point.
Oh, that level 1 in there, Toxic.
Yeah, great little minis.
Tough.
Oh, it gets the engineer.
Heavy
and now
turnarounds.
Spider 2, yeah, gets pushed away as well. Fantastic little level 1 sentry there. And shinyCIA off to a great first round.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be watching Bendy again on this rollout. He got there fast. I'll see if he is able to adjust his sticky placement. And it looks like it's going to be a batch rollout for Shiny. Yeah, not ready. The bomb comes in from Max, but he's not going to find the med. Very close, though. And early point presence from Shiny.
Yeah, they're doing a great job here. Flip still pushing forward in choke here. He can't get that last pipe around. Does kill Ray Dong there. Yeah, Smealy.
That Med and Pyro need to be backing out faster here. Oh, the pipe and the heavy flank! NK inside the house. Oh, no.
He's doing
absolute
work here.
Destruction, but the point has not been capped yet, as they are finally going to get on here. Oh. So, an almost full ad. Spider 2 going down to new player in the back line. So there is the cap on this second round. Bomb coming in from Max. He's going to get a little shot onto JS Maximus, but nothing much there. And here comes the bomb again, looking for something, and he gets Raffy. JS up in the air, looking for an arrow now. Yep. Psycho gets caught out on point.
Yeah, Clock trying to find some momentum here. They do have the charge, but they just need to get out and use it while the clock is ticking down. They're going to lose Ray Dong on the floor here, and they're still just kind of hesitant to get forward. Trying to send Jay in.
Jay's looking for anything he can right now, but taking a ton of damage while doing it, looking for an arrow now on bats. Oh, God. Raffy goes down, getting dominated right now as the Psycho. Nice bomb from Jace, gets Flip, but Bendy and Jace both go down there.
Shiny coming in will get reflected, though. Why, that's so mad.
Oh, the gun in Toxic again. Oh, Soap with the huge brain plays. It's going to be a level 3 and
Oh,
Toxic.
wow.
This is absolutely massive.
Yeah,
Psycho does see it.
Behind the barrels. He's got it wrangled here. He's only at 40 health. The sap's going to go down on it. So, yeah, unfortunately, not going to get a whole lot done with it.
Uber comes out. But, Shiny's got the way better Uber here.
Taco Cat getting some good shove aways with it as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's an almost complete wipe from Clocks. As Med gets out with just like 20 health there. And he gets taken out at the end. New player gunning him down in cold blood.
Brutal stuff there. We'll get bumped into and taken out, but Medic's dead. His job is done. 3 minutes still on the clock for Clock. While shinyCIA down to a minute.
Oh, now look at this gun. A level 1 in secret. Honestly, the NG plays from Soap are kind of insane right now. Just destruction. Oh, the Med goes down. Nice bomb there by JS. Taking out SB on ramp, and then Demo's going to jump in. Also getting the Demo. They need time on the point here with only 45 seconds. And they do get onto point, but the Spy is looking for something. Good job by Spider Jew catching him out.
Yeah, definitely. The point will get flipped over to Cloakley this time. Raffi with a nice snipe on new player.
They have to stay aggressive on this point. Can't give it up for really anything. As looks like it's going to be another Bats push. Richie looking for a snipe onto the Heavy, but he gets the Soldier.
Yeah, Spider 2, he goes down. Raffi sniping the Scout. He's looking across, trying to get more. We'll get into a snipe battle.
Ooh.
He's going to get piped down. Richie D still alive here. He's looking around.
Spy
oh, nice shot.
So Boomers are just about even here. There is a Spy in Toxic. He's going to look for that Demo. Looks like he's going for him. And he gets the NG instead. A bit of a misstab, but makes it worthwhile. Heavy gets demolished as crits come out. And the Uber is countered. Oh, they get the Med early in that. This is destruction if Clocks can stay on point.
Yeah, they're trying to stay in here and fight. Extend Gaming Q, though, is going to get that frag and the cap. JS Maximus kind of hesitant. He's with his medic, but needs to keep him alive and safe. He's going to jump forward, though. Damage on the flip.
What is this NG play? Soap on enemy ramp behind. Looking for the Med with his Scout. Oh, he's going to go for Saws and die. Oh. Scout, you got to get on point here. There's no gun watching it. It's anybody's point, really, if they can get on with enough damage. Spy looking for a stab onto point. Yeah, he gets the Pyro and and the Heavy. But they are going to come up with the cap with 2 minutes left and in overtime for Shiny.
Yeah, Shiny's just charging forward here. Psycho still behind here. He's lurking. He's going to need a big stab here if he wants to delay the offense.
Yeah, up 80% charge here for Shiny. Are they still on crits? They are.
They are,
so an 80% crit streak charge. Looks like Bendy is trapping Shutter, but it's all been pushes. Oh, they're going under. Look at this. Here it comes. It's the signature move. But they do get caught. The crits do come out early. The entire combo rotating under with crits.
Oh, he still has a couple of pipes he's spamming out. Oh, they got reflected.
That was great to see. Oh, they got to stay on point. Clocks has to make this. They got to get on it. 75% Uber. Protect your Med and get on point.
There's just so many players up here, and there's players behind as well. Melee getting pressured. Spider G trying to be the lone player pushing forward. He's going to go down. The second round goes to shinyCIA. 1 round away from sealing up this Open Grand Finals.
Yeah, it is going to be desperation plays now from people against alarm clocks. Again, as you said, it is the last round. It's going to be a pretty fast rollout from Flip and Traps instead on boxes this time, as well as Shutter. Shiny NK going down early, as does Flip. So 2 nice picks out early from Clocks, as they do get on point fast.
Yeah, it's going pretty well for him right now. Richie D gets a couple snipes on point there, but Spider G will push him off.
time on point is important. You gotta... Oh, that heavy goes down. Spider Jew getting caught by the sniper. Unable to finish the cap, though, as the Bats plays seem to be working very well for Shiny.
Yeah, it's certainly a little bit better for him. Flip trying to push in across the point.
Richard G going down. Yeah. Oh, here's the bomb from Max. He's looking to make it big. That Med's forced. As an early Uber comes in from Clocks, and then it's going to be an easy cleanup here from Shiny. Taking out Spider Jew. Oh, the NG fighting the demo on point, and bomb comes in from JS. Looking for the med. Did he get the saw there?
Oh.
He did.
Ooh, I think he also arrowed the soldier who then cratered.
That was probably a very good play.
Yeah, yeah. I believe that is what happened there, that he arrowed the medic who then cratered.
Dang,
which
I
is
will
pretty
want to
solid.
see that time out. And so
clip.
now 50% Uber, just a 30% advantage as they are going to cap this point. It is now the first cap of this round. Again, Clocks has to win this if they have any chance of winning this match. And bomb comes in for Max, looking for the medic. He gets him into the corner. He's so weak.
Max in there again. He gets launched forward, actually. Oh, going for the melee.
Oh, 7 health. Medic is 7 health running to spawn. With the spies on him. Spies looking for the shot.
No.
Oh.
Not going to happen. He's
Simile
still waiting.
out by the skin of his teeth as he is approaching full charge here at 90%.
Yeah, they needed
Looks like
that.
Soap again with the mini this time in Toxic. Very aggressive playstyle.
He takes a lot of damage. They have to pop here, but there's nothing really shaking. The Uber charge on the other side. Flip's going to be ready to counter Uber in here at any time. They haven't used it quite yet. Bendy has gone down to the snipe from Richie D. Now comes the Uber charge on Flip.
You got to stuff this. If you're the Pyre, you got to be stuffing this. Oh, no, the Pyre's dead already.
They're pushing across pretty well here. Nice pipes on just Maximus. Oh, also, Taco Cat gets a kill on the Scout. Heavy weapons guy. 4 o'clock. In some trouble. Nice pipe from Flip. Gets that kill.
About even Ubers here as both mets are struggling to rebuild, but it's 2 minutes left on the clock. 2 minutes away from victory for shinyCIA. They just need to hold this point. And not much happening. Got a nice arrow kill there. Believe it was... Oh, the med died. I didn't see it happen, but... it was Smile going down. So, big ad here. 80% for shinyCIA as they hold the point with just 90 seconds left.
Yeah, this is getting tough.
It's at this point where you really see all the desperation moves coming in. Just trying to make anything happen, get any opening you can, as it's going to be an engineer getting mowed down on point. Oh, the spy going in on that medic. Psycho looking for the stab. He gets him so low. He's at just 30 health, but lives.
Yeah, that's pretty good for a clock. Although Shiny now has that Uber charge coming out, so even though they've lost a few players, they still control the point. The heavy weapons guy pushing forward. So many players around. Wow, yeah, the heavy weapons guy's got sniped instead of the medic. Probably better. Although, here comes JS Maximus, gets the kill. Richie D's out here as well, getting shots against the Scout. SMG versus the pistol.
And it's going to be a cap here for Clocks. But with 30 seconds left, they really can't afford to lose this point again. They are going to have a full ad here. So... have a huge opportunity. That's going to be that gun going down on ramp from Soap. Just getting spammed out again and again. And it's going to be bats again for Shiny.
Yeah. See if they can just kind of make that work. With the back of on the back of their sniper, they kind of have been able to get out here and establish their position. Also the bombs of Max. Over the top here, he's skipping in again. Oh, he had to pop. He had to pop.
That's awful, though, as Uber's going to fade with about 100%. Yeah, so Shiny with a full Uber here, but their med is weak. Is it? Oh, they're going under. Is it crits?
It is crits.
It's 100% crits going under.
They need to find the players here, but actually, honestly, they're just controlling the point. It doesn't really matter. Spider Jew in the corner with the engineer, and they haven't used the crits because they don't need to. Oh, that is a huge flank. Yeah, Med with the arrow there. They just need to capture the point here. The scout's still jumping around. Now that they have the point, or they're about to have the point, when the counter push comes out here, that's when they want to use this crits. Bendy on the left side here.
Bendy very weak though, looking under, and he gets taken out by Max. Finding those frags, definitely a dominant player this entire game. With only 18 seconds left, this is make it or break it for Clocks.
Yeah, and Shiny right now, Uber might be more preferable, but the crit's pretty ideal here still, because they could just use it whenever they're popping. Now he gets 2 right away! Oh, Shias Max, this is the last player on the point. He gets maybe even a crit backstab. There goes everybody else. Overtime not going to last very long. Shiny gets it 3-0, and are your Open Grand Final Highlander champions for RGL GG Season 5.
Very great match from them. Congrats to shinyCIA, and hopefully we'll see them moving up to IM as a team. I love to see teams staying together, and also a great match out of PeopleAgainstAlarmClocks. Good job to you guys. It's tough to end the season with a loss, but someone has to,
Yeah, certainly, and I mean, again, it's just I think of course, quick shout out to RGL.GG. But I mean, it's all about that grind. It's all about trying to get better and improving. I think that they, should take a lot of pride in the fact that they got second in Open. I mean, that's something to be very proud of. And, that they should look back in this match and it is a little rough to say, okay, yeah, we would have liked to go out on the W. But at the same time, like, they put in a great season. They only lost to shinyCIA. And you got to look back at the match here tonight and say, okay, well, what could we have done better? Or at least, next time that we're in that pressure scenario, in a playoff scenario, and we got to put our heads down to the stone, are we going to be a little bit more prepared and ready to go now that, like, we've been through that, like, we've been in the grand finals, we've played a best of 3, and these series are kind of long. So the mental fortitude is also definitely a factor,
Yeah, absolutely. Again, shout out to both teams. I agree with everything you said. It's a lot. It's a lot of hard work throughout the season to get here, and then, but I think it is important to keep that hard work going. Into the off season. A lot of opportunities to play TF2. You have all of Pro Lander, no restriction 6s, traditional 6s next season. So RGL giving everybody a lot of opportunities to play. Again, play some TF2, watch some TF2, and I guess final words from me are stay safe and good night, everybody.
Yeah, and on that stay safe note, I want to give a final shout out before we do, just kind of the usual wrap up, but quick kind of like unfortunate shout out to Rick May, the voice of the soldier. We got word a couple hours ago that unfortunately he passed away, due basically to COVID-19. So that's, definitely unfortunate news, and that's the thing I think with this, disease, that it's like, it's going to be affecting people, and it's just affecting the whole world. And it's unfortunate to hear the news of his passing. It's certainly a loss that, impacts our community, and like we all, kind of like think of that, and that brings, so much, the voice of the soldier brought so much joy to this game. So certainly an unfortunate loss for the community. His family and loved ones are in our minds, and I think a lot of people tonight are playing TF2 with that in mind. We're gonna close up the cast here tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us. I'm probably gonna take a break, have some dinner, but actually probably gonna play some TF2 myself. I'll play some Soldier for a bit, so we'll be firing up this stream later. But shout out to Godfather for joining me tonight. It was a lot of fun, buddy. Really appreciated that. Also, shout out to the team leader of Clock, Psycho, for giving me a nudge and helping to arrange this cast. But that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure. But I'm eXtine, and we are done tonight. And I will see you next time. Peace out!